is Mel, also Marie-Ève, also the Bird Brain, depending on if you know me at like one of those secret, not so secret identity. I've been at Toon Boom for a while. I don't know how many years. But hey, it's me. I run these Twitch streams almost every month, and it's always fun because we talk about a lot of different things, from rigging, from compositing, to Harmony, to Storyboard Pro, to life, and also food, because food is great. And today, it is no different, and I am joined with an amazing artist whose name is... Actually, it's going to be a surprise. I'll let my friend here introduce herself to you guys. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Fuchsia Hayes, also known as Rhappy, and I am a humble hobbyist, animator that uses Toon Boom Essentials. And
my sound went crazy here for a moment.
Oh no! Oh no!
I hope everybody can hear me.
I hope everyone can hear me too.
Yes. Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah.
I dared to touch my speaker and it went like, ah! Okay.
Oh no!
So thank you for the introduction. That's amazing. As usual, I'm here to say some little boring rules. Okay, yeah, I'm here to say some boring rules because I have to, because this is how we keep harmony. Oh, harmony. I swear the pun was not intended, but I'm too proud I made it. Harmony into this little chat and place of the internet. So, as usual, you can just ask us questions in the chat, either on Twitch or on YouTube. We don't discriminate, both works. I'll be checking out both. Of course, we will try to answer as much questions as we can, but if it's completely irrelevant or full of NDAs, then, we're not going to answer it. But usually it's pretty cool. We like to hear your thoughts and your questions. This is what keeps the stream going. And yeah, just be nice, be friendly, spread love, and also be aware that this stream will be put on YouTube later, so you can rewatch it as much as you want. So if you're scared that you're not gonna have to take notes or anything, don't worry about it. It's all good. But Rhappy, what are we talking about today?
Today we're gonna use something that most people kind of overlook because it's so simple. Is Toon Boom Essentials, which I use because I'm a very simple goat and I like to keep things simple for my sake.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first ever stream about Harmony Essential that we make on this Twitch channel.
Wow.
Also, Twitch is a word I cannot pronounce. I don't know why. French brain, I guess. But yeah, it's the first one. So cheer to this first thing. And, if it goes well, I hope we're going to be able to make more because, as much as I'm a premium power user, we're on so many different productions, like Harmony Premium is amazing. But I remember back in the days when I was like a young one, a fleshling into the industry, and we were working like on their production in the studio and stuff. When I wanted to just animate or decompress at home and not think about much with my smooth brain, booting up Essential was essentially pretty fun. I like that it's simple, it's straight to the point, and it's pretty enjoyable to use it.
And it's still powerful.
Yeah. And inexpensive. That's why I used to always buy a little yearly of Essential and just had it at home so that I can just animate easy stuff when I'm not at the studio. It's fun.
So yeah, I use Essentials basically because I really can't. Well, I really can't afford premium advance.
That's
but
okay.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. But I did subscribe to Essentials, and I am having a blast with it because I don't need all the fancy note trees or all the fancy, rigging tools. Because I like to draw. I like to draw when I animate. I'm not too keen on rigging. I'm still learning, but sometimes it's just better to draw when you're animating. So that's why I kind of go to Essentials, because it's still as powerful as Advanced and Premium when it comes to drawing tools, and it's simple because I am smooth brain as well.
Yeah, and also if you're learning the software, like I see so many fellow fletchlings coming into my DMs or or the Discord servers or Twitter, and they're like, I'm trying to learn Harmony, but it's so much. It's too much. My brain is gonna explode. It's like Edward in FMA, like when he goes through the door and he's like, it's too much.
The door.
The door.
Yes.
So like if you're trying to learn the software, like Essential is pretty great to be like contained within a box that you can like use only a few things. And then if you level up after a while and you want more, you get more. So yeah, so let's have fun in Essentials today.
Yeah, and I think that was kind of my when I was starting Toon Boom Harmony a few years ago. I went straight to premium on, and I was like, I don't understand anything, so I closed the program and didn't touch it for the next 2 years.
Damn.
Yeah. But then I finally watched some videos and I was like, you know what? I don't think premium is for me. So let's switch to yet. Premium is for me yet. I'm still smooth brain here, so let's go to Essentials and actually learn the software as I go. And I'm still learning, which is the beauty of it. So
can we see your beautiful animation?
Yes. So I woke up at 5 a.m. to make this. So yay. But for today, I am no Milk Con, but I did a simple rough animation of Maid Marian from Disney's Robin Hood.
Oh, yeah, nice study.
Yeah, a nice study. It's just a simple study of Maid Marian from Robin Hood because she's very popular, she's very lovely, and this is actually my first time drawing her, but I always liked her design growing up when I watched the film on VHS at home. And so this is the first time I actually did a rough animation of her. So it was just a study of Milk Con's animation. And I will say, you can learn a lot from watching animations slowly, which is what I do, thanks to Sakuga Buru. But yeah, so this is my first time drawing her. It's not the best, but again, these are just roughs just to get the feel of what I'm doing. And as I go further, I will refine it more. Thanks to the X sheet, which I have been using a lot lately, and I almost forgot it existed.
Wow.
I know, right?
What is like the most common tool that you use when you do these little studies and animation and stuff?
Selection tool.
Really? I thought you were going to say like brush tool. Select what? Oh, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, Harmony selection tool is unlike anything else, and I'm kind of mad that other software just can't get it. But the ability to just pick a line here, a stroke here, and not touch anything else.
So I assume you're using vector layers.
Yes, I'm vector layers.
As
I should, because let's be for real, I'm not very good at raster.
I love vector layers.
Same.
I don't know if you can fiddle with them a bit more. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a hobby. I will say this: I am no studio pro. I am a hobbyist at heart, and I do animation as a hobby.
Yeah, but like the Toon Boom softwares are for everyone. You don't need to be a how do we say like these MVPs, like the best player of the game, 360 no scope animator. Anyone who wants to just have fun, like
yeah. And so like I'm no pro, but I do animation just for fun, just to like I know, right, for fun of all things. I do animation. Actually, it's more of a therapy for me because I feel like art was one before I could even talk at age 7. I was drawing, and so it was a form of communication for me. So whenever I drew, it was just me communicating how I felt or what I wanted. So I still apply this today. Like I see art as a form of communication for me, and taking art away is kind of like taking my voice away. So, yeah. So that's why I kind of just draw. Anyway, so all right, let's see where we're at.
Yeah.
All right. It's here. So yeah, I'm not the best at line art, but I'm getting better slowly. Thank goodness. All right. Is there anyone in chat talking?
Well, we have Space Goddess Eos who said hi with lots of capital I's. So I guess that means a lot of joy. So that's great. And
Yay!
on the YouTube side, we have Kumar who also said hi, and Lutriak who said hey. So
Hi.
hi, hey, hi, hey, ho. And I said ho. Yay.
Yay!
But yeah, so it's pretty quiet for now, but people are just coming in and it's fine.
Right on, right on.
But it's okay, we have our own agenda.
Ooh.
So I had a brain fart right now. Okay, yeah, so oh, we also have like Syria001 who said it's the goat. It is indeed the goat.
It's me.
So when you try to, so now you're doing like the model or the clean. I can't tell.
The cleanup. Yeah. This is how I clean them. I know it's not the right way, but it's my way.
I mean, if it works, it works.
Yeah.
And it says what I like with Essential is that you can do like a very uniform like pencil line, and it can give it a very, very cool look, especially like a little like smoky look that they have in lots of anime. If you do like one style that is great to do with Essential is a very thin line art that is like all the same size, and it looks fantastic. There was a movie that was done like an animation film that was done years ago, like with a turtle. I forgot the name, but it looked amazing.
Was it Red Turtle?
I don't know. Maybe, I'm not sure.
It's like a bunch of films that I've seen.
Yeah, but it was cool. Like, I really like that they used that limitation to their advantage, and it looked phenomenal.
That's fascinating. I have a question, actually.
What?
How many current films actually use Harmony? I know it's kind of a very big question.
Wait, let me call the spiritual gods of the planet so that they can enlighten me with this information.
Oh no!
I wish I knew, but I actually don't know. Because if someone makes a movie, they don't always say like, "Hey, Toon Boom, I made a movie using your software." Sometimes we just find out at the end, like, "Oh, there was Harmony, so that's cool."
Wow.
So while I don't know the exact numbers, I know that there is a lot. And oftentimes, also like production can also mix many different things together. So someone could do like some of the parts of the production like in Harmony, but they can also do other parts of the production in other softwares. And that is something that I really appreciate about these softwares. They're so flexible.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Yeah, so if you like, let's say that you've been using your pipeline for years and you're using like After Effects for compositing and other softwares like for animation and all that, and you want to switch maybe like to trying like more of a like Harmony centric pipeline, which I mean that's the switch I did years ago, unrelated to me working at Toon Boom. I got hired after, but like I did make the switch because I was like, there's too many softwares, too many. And just naming all the exports and stuff to me was a nightmare. But like if you're using, let's say you're using a like Harmony, like yeah, you want to switch your pipeline. So you could keep doing your compositing in whatever software you're using and just switch the animation part to Harmony, for example, and then export your different layers to After Effects without problem. And like it's a software that's very good at playing with other softwares. Like if you use other edition of the software, like Premium, you can even mix it with 3D and stuff. So that 3D is another level.
It really is.
Of things. But yeah, so it's easy to mix and match a lot of different things. So then you can learn slowly but surely. Baby step, people. Baby step. Oh, we have people in the chat.
Oh.
Okay, well, it's a question that's not really related to what we're talking about. I'm going to answer it later.
Okay.
Yeah, keep asking, people. And Yeah. Okay. So when you made that study of it's Lady Marianne, right?
Marianne.
I keep forgetting her name. What are you looking to learn while doing this?
I I believe Milk Khan was in charge of her most for her scenes, and so knowing the legend, Milk Khan, knowing the absolute crazy legend he was able to keep such simple, fluid designs,
Mm-hmm.
but animate them with such like a liveliness to it. Like everything, if you see there's like a meme animation community known as the Melt Head Swaggle.
Oh
And
yeah, but
yeah,
he's good at that.
he was very good at that. So that's what I've been looking at. Like I'm probably not gonna like replicate it, but like the way he animated was always very lively, and that's what I'm trying to do because I've been noticing that most of my animations are kind of stagnant, kind of stiff. So I'm trying to figure out what made his animations lively and like energetic. So that's kind of my goal for today.
Oh, and we all know that. We all know that. Like, okay,
Mhm.
I said we were gonna talk about food. We always end up talking about food. You know
You
what's
do.
important with like food and nutrition? It's about balance. Like
Mhm.
people are like, oh, no, don't eat carbs, or like, don't eat fats, don't sugar. Like everything is important in small quantity. And I think for animation, it's the same. Like, if you want to have a healthy, balanced art style or like art skills, I guess, I think it's important to favor balance. And I think oftentimes it's forgotten. It was forgotten for me. Like, a lot of people will focus only on getting good at anatomy, for example, and they're
Mhm.
going to draw nothing but like very highly constructed
Oops.
animation or drawing. And I think oftentimes we forget about the more loose part, like what you're doing now, which is just
Mhm.
like feeling the lines, feeling the shapes, and just animating them. And on the opposite, you have people who only focuses on just the very flat, non-constructed 2D drawing and do none of the anatomy. So I think it's important to balance. But when you were mentioning that oftentimes like animation can be a bit more stiff, and usually the stiffness of the animation is highly related to the
Yeah.
design of the character. um and sometimes, like you're doing now, taking someone else's character who has a very simpler design is amazing for that, because then you're animating someone else's character. And it's like if you're trying to draw someone else, there's like someone else's character or just someone else in life, you get a
Mhm.
bit more forgiveness because you don't know everything about that character.
Oh,
So sometimes,
absolutely.
yeah, sometimes you might miss some details. So even with our characters from like Bad at Being Good, for example,
Oh yeah.
when you draw Wu or Ellie and stuff, I'm always like, oh, you forgot some things. And then,
My
but then
bad.
when I draw
Aw.
Sassafras, your character, I'm pretty sure you go like, oh, well, that's not how
Mm.
I would have drawn it. But that's cool
Yeah.
because then I don't know everything about your character. So then instead of having my mind thinking about all these things, I can just be like, oh my God, shapes. And you worry less about how things make sense and you focus more on the shapes themselves and the fluidity. So yeah, it's a very nice exercise to study other people's art and
Oh,
trace it if
absolutely.
you want. Tracing is great. Just don't
I vouch
pretend
for
to do it.
tracing. Yeah, I vouch for tracing. I vouch for tracing. I mean, that's how else will you learn?
I don't know. I can learn. I cannot learn without tracing every once in a while. I don't
Mhm.
have the brain power to do so otherwise. Um. Oh, we have a very, very life question. Oh, I'm
Mhm.
losing my English today.
It's
Yeah.
okay. Me too.
Yeah. What? It's your first language.
I know.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I
We're
know.
gonna lose you completely. Like.
Ah!
Okay. Tromari says, "What do you do when your animation professor tells you to reconsider your life choices when they see you animate
Ooh.
slower than the rest of the class?" Who would say that?
Ooh.
That is not. That is
Ooh.
not okay.
I would
That
have
is
fired
not right.
professor.
Maybe that teacher was having a bad day, but no, you no. I
No.
no.
Mm-mm. No, I don't like that.
After being told that, I went into a deep existential depression for 3 years, scared to go back to school, let alone animation. That's not nice. But you know, like that's a teacher, but it could have been someone. It could have been a supervisor in the studio. It could have been a fellow student. Like everybody, like you're gonna meet not nice people
Oh, absolutely.
everywhere in your life, and that's bad, and it should not happen. But it happens. Um, I don't know, like that was really uncalled for as a comment. Especially about the speed. Like I could understand if like sometimes there's some people that have a very, very hard time to draw.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't have the easiest time to draw either. Um, but I had a talk, I had a similar because I worked in a school in the past, and I had a talk with our director at the time, and we were talking about exactly this because there are some schools who try to decide who deserves to be into the animation industry and who does not, I guess. And you know,
Oh
our director was
no.
saying like, you know, like who are we to be the judge of that? It's like so he's like to me, as long as someone pulls the effort and tries to do something, he's like, this is the animation industry or like the art world and there's a place for everyone. Like no, if you're not the most talented person in terms of like skills and being fast and stuff, factually it will be harder to get like all the best jobs and stuff compared to someone who has a more easy time drawing. And I said that in a video that I released like this week in one of my videos. I said the same thing, like social skills, drawing skills, sports skills, like they are skills. Everything is trainable. It's just that certain people factually have an easier time than others at certain things. Like if you have someone with very tall legs, chances are they're going to be great at basketball. And one of my best friend ever, Fishface, is an amazing character designer, and but she has a way to see. Like I think she's gonna see something. She could close her eyes and like redraw it later, like a minute later, and still have a very good memory of how these things look. I don't have that at all. I really need to have reference when I draw because my brain cannot remember images at all. Like I get lost all the time. I forget. Like I don't have a good photo memory. I have a good movement and smell memory, but like a good movement. Like I remember how things move, like the locomotions of things, but the way they look, forget it. Like I am not great at all. I need to see my own characters' references to draw them.
Same.
So that makes me less of like that means that me as an artist, I have a harder time than others doing what they think is easy. So when it comes to your speed, Tromari, that they were saying that you're too slow, well, boo-hoo, you're slow. That's life, right? Like skills, like getting the eye or the skill to make animation is very hard to get better at just because of things. But like speed is the one thing that increases over time, like that, like most of the time that it will increase with time because then you get more comfortable, you get more at ease. So like to that comment, like I would like to have to reconsider your life choices because you're slower than the rest of the class. This is I think uncalled for. This like let's hope that they didn't mean it that way. But yeah, so for this comment, I just want to say that you are great and you are probably special in your own way and you are valuable and don't let people bring you down like that. Like that's not okay. So what do you have to say, Rhappy?
I want to say is that you may start off slow, but it doesn't mean you get faster over time. I mean, when it takes practice. Sometimes when I was first starting playing piano when I was a kid, I was the slowest piano player ever. But over time, I got better. I got a little bit faster. I was able to pick up notes better to the point where my teacher was impressed that he allowed me a first year to go into the because our program had a recital for like second years and third years, to the point where he offered me a chance to play at the recital as a first year because I was able to put in the effort into
Yeah,
getting
because instead of
better.
getting it naturally you actually had to pull the effort to get
Yeah,
good and know like the proper way and stuff. So
yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
But I will say to your teacher that what he said was very uncalled for.
Yeah.
Everyone draws at their own pace, and it's going to get done eventually. You just have to be patient, of course. And to say that to a student is kind of disheartening to them, and
Yep.
it's completely uncalled for. I say keep drawing out of spite, keep doing it
But
because
also
you,
throw. Oh, sorry, go for it.
yeah, because you will get there, of course, and keep doing what you love, despite what he says.
Yeah, but I'm glad that the Toromare you added the other comment, and I'm glad you did because that's where I was gonna go too. Um, like animation as a career is not for everyone, and that is just a fact. And I'm not known for my sugar coating. I might look like a cute little pastel colored bird. I don't like to sugarcoat things when they matter that much. And as you mentioned, if anything, it probably made me realize that animation should be a hobby instead of a career for you. And realizing that is probably it's something that a lot of people do realize. Um, and what I want to say is that it's great. It's a great career for some people. But what I mean is that there is nothing wrong with having animation as a hobby. Like it shouldn't like the end goal shouldn't always be to just make it a job. Like there's a lot of people out there for real that have a completely different like job. I have a friend who's a dentist. I had a friend who was a firefighter. Well, he is still. He's still a firefighter. Just means
Wow.
that we don't talk that much anymore, but like, the firefighter dude. Um, they did animation as a pastime. They had their amazing projects made over the weekends, over breaks, like, and it was super cool that they got their own like softwares. They were making their animation as a hobby, and there's nothing wrong with that. You just do it, right? Um, and if you, but also if you're doing another career and want to switch to becoming an animator, that also happens. One of my best teacher ever, her name is Naja, and she is amazing. She studied to be an astrophysician. She was, I think, in university, like, and was going on well and stuff. And at one point, she was just like, "I want to be an animator." So back in the days, like a long time ago, she bought like an animation table, some paper, and she just started animating. Like, do what makes you feel happy. And if you're an animator for a few years and then you feel like it's not your calling anymore, just change change sphere and just keep animating in your own time if that's what you want. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, and we hope that you will find happiness in the future project that you make.
Oh, absolutely.
And oh no, they added something else. It's just hard for me to get motivation back since it took a huge nosedive after that. I mean, I'm not gonna blame you for taking a nosedive after such a rude comment. Like, pat yourself on the shoulder. You're here listening to this stream, so clearly you have some tiny bit of people call it motivation, but I like to call it momentum instead. Because like motivation shouldn't be a thing you have every day. It's more like it's like when you run a marathon or whatever. Like you can like walk or run a little bit, and then sometimes you have just more wind in your sail, and just like oh you go, and then sometimes you don't, and that's totally fine. But Rhappy, what are some things that give you motivation to draw and stuff?
I've been drawing for so long now, but oh, Lord, what gives me motivation is honestly going back to nature. I
Oh,
normally don't post my natural art studies because it's for me only. But sometimes I live in the heart of the city, so going out to nature is a bit difficult, kinda. But when I do, I tend to bring my sketchbook, and I'll go to maybe like to some forest or some park, and I will sit there and just observe what I see. It could be birds. It could just be trees. I take notes of the colors, but I always end up finding myself going on for long walks and looking at like the flowers, trees. I know it's cliche, but there's something about immersing yourself into natural surroundings that, for me, resets my brain. So I'm able to come home, kind of refresh, and able to go back to like, work and do art and stuff like that. So I think going out for walks, letting your brain kind of, letting your brain like refresh itself as you go for walks is a great way to like, find inspiration and also go out in like public areas, because you see people do like the funniest things ever. Like one time I was out for a walk and I saw a man all dressed up in pink driving this really like pink, like I think it was a scooter, but it had like feathers on it. He had like a parrot on his head, but he was having a good time, just have the time of his life. And I'm like, this man is free. But like, go out and observe people too. It's a great way to refresh your brain. When you see and observe things, it's a great thing to have. It's a great thing to do as an artist. So yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Nice. And I know in the chat we have a person who's been asking a lot of the same question, which is there are body parts which moves on the next frame and there are parts which don't. And I want identical shading for these parts which don't move. Is there a way to do that? The thing is that this is a very highly technical question and there are so many ways to do that. So yeah, but it's more compositing thing. And since we're in Essential, it's not the greatest at compositing because it's more of an animation tool. So today, unfortunately, we can't really teach that. But I recommend if you have any more of these compositing questions, you can always check like ZBirdBrain on YouTube. I have so many compositing tutorials. And also you can ask on the Toon Boom Discord server. That's where you can find a lot of help from highly technical people who are going to help you out. So yeah, that's my little recommendation, because at the moment we cannot teach that because we don't have the software for it. So thank you for the question.
Yeah, thanks for the question.
Yeah. Now I forgot what I was about to say. Fart. Oh yeah, we were talking about motivation and all that, and
motivation. I said inspiration, but
yeah,
I think that walking does motivate me. Yeah, motivation does. Moving around does motivate me to like restrict my brain to
something harder. That really helps me too is you know how we have like the Discord server, like there's like the Discord of Toon Boom, or even like the ZBirdBrain like shenanigan Discord server. Not that I do it for the likes, because I don't even have social media. But whenever I share stuff on Discord, what drives me and what motivates me is oftentimes the human response to it. Like either people being like happy or sad or excited for something, and they get excited for my stuff, but I get excited for their stuff. And I just like the human part of creation. Like we were watching Promare yesterday, that cool anime movie. And you can feel the passion in every scene of the animator. And to me, this is so motivational and it's so nice to see. So I like to share my stuff, and I like to see what people share to just connect. Because like you said, like there's a lot of expressivity and humanity, like in animation as a medium. And it's so nice to communicate with people. And also Tromari was saying, I just have no idea what to major in now, which is like a fair thing to worry about. And I had the same discussion with someone lately, and it was like, you know, they didn't want to be like full-time in animation necessarily. They were like, but then what can I do? And one thing that you can, like, they wanted to be in the animation industry, but maybe not as a full-time animator. They're like, how can I branch out? How can I do something different? Because they've been animating for so long. They just wanted to do something different. And it's crazy how many animation-related jobs there are that it's not just animation. You know, it takes people to do cleanup. It takes people to do color. it takes people to do management, like to supervise these pipeline and organize the files and make sure everybody's on time and is going okay. Like there is so many different jobs that are not just animation that are in there, and all these necessitate like different skills. And that is one common misconception that people have. Maybe it's because of a lot of schools fail to mention that, but you don't have to be amazing at everything in the animation world or pipeline to be like quote unquote employable or like valid in this industry. And one of the biggest misconception comes from the fact also that in school, one of the reasons people are so slow, that I was so slow in school, is because you have to make your own storyboard and then animate it, which I'll be honest, never happens as a job in the animation industry, unless you're like a freelancer who does everything themselves. Usually you animate someone else's storyboard. And the storyboarder usually doesn't design the character. They storyboard someone else's character, and it's such a big teamwork. People often forget about that. A lot of people think they suck at animation, but in fact, they're not bad at animation. They're just factually bad at storyboarding, because guess what? It's two different set of skill sets. Storyboard is more in pre-production, and I think it's closer to design than animation in a way, because you have to do like very expressive poses and composition, like for the way you put the things in the frame. Whereas for animation, it's more about the attention to the detail, to the multiple movements, to the subtlety, into the expressivity of the thing in motion. So storyboard character design is more about how it looks static, and then for animation, it's more like how do you take that image and elevate it. But elevating something that is not great in the first place is very hard. And this is what happened when I was a student and I was animating my own storyboard or my own key poses, and it was not great. And then I entered the industry, and what do you know? I became a very good animator in the industry. Like I did well, way better than I did in school for sure. So, you know, I hope that helps. Like you don't need to be great at everything. You just need to be okay at most things. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it's so fun though sometimes to trade things or just to work with friends. And that's a big motivation for me. Just hang with friends and draw with them. It's always fun.
Meet new people. That's
meet people.
Kind of why I'm here now.
Yeah.
I meet people, I talk to them. I got like passionate about their projects, and I listened. That's a big thing. It's listening.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been great. So it's been a blast.
A blast and a half. And yeah, if anyone is curious and wants to meet new people, I'm going to share some links in the chat right now. So this one is... So that's the Discord of my community that I'm going to post in Twitch and YouTube. But there is also, Toon Boom has its own Discord that's very nice as well. And I see so many animations shared there every day. And it's so fun to see people meet and mingle and talk about their animation projects. So let me share that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just remember that just like there is many different versions of Harmony, from Essential, Advanced, Premium, even Jump, it's a different like version of our softwares. And just like there's many different versions of the softwares, there's many different things to do in animation and many goals with it too. Like
absolutely.
Yeah, so many different things to try and have fun with. Your animation is looking so good, by the way.
Thank you. For those who didn't know, I was up at since 5 in the morning doing this. So I'm ready to go. But yeah.
All right, who else has questions in the chat? These have been so interesting.
Yes. Please ask away.
Ask away, ask away. And we wish you the best, Romari. We wish you the best. Thank you for
Absolutely.
sharing with us.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You were gonna say, Rhappy?
I said yeah. Like, thank you for sharing. Eh.
So aside from this animation of the fox lady, what else do you do? What else do you animate? What else do you? What's your deal?
What's my
Because I know
deal?
that you're working on some other projects and stuff, and that's a great thing also about Harmony Essential is that if you're early on in your project, let's say you're starting a new thing, um, Essential is great to just let you get the groove on. Just like try things and not commit fully to like a final look, final compositing. It kind of removes a lot of the stress because of how simple it is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. It kind of made it more streamlined for me. 'Cause again, I'm a hobbyist at heart, truly 100%. And so using essentials kind of keeps me focused on just getting the animation down and not worrying about composition, effects, all the fancy node trees, or like, if you're thinking about rigging, I can just animate, draw, see how it looks, and get things done. So that's what I like about it. It's I always recommend essentials for like beginners, people who are starting out.
Of course.
I always consider myself a beginner. So I'm still learning, but essentials has helped me, try to like, learn more, refine my skills, all that fun jazz. Yeah.
And that's super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh, and also another interesting point when we were talking about people like finding their passion or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Oftentimes, like you can kind of wonder about what are your different set of skills, but not skills, but like things that you enjoy doing and how you can like extrapolate them. Um, I have a friend who really likes to animate and draw animals. She went to animation school. She did a few animation years and stuff, but then she found a niche that she really loves, which is like drawing realistic animals and providing like motion for them.
Oh
And then she got
wow.
to work for more like a scientific approach to animation, and that is super
Whoa.
interesting too. I knew someone who liked animation, like 3D animation and stuff. But what they liked in life was like they needed a purpose that was more like humane and whatever. They went to do like animation simulations for medicine and like provide models and
Oh.
design for that. Like it's just like we think that animation is just TV and movies, but like even Toon Boom, the softwares, they're used for so many different things. Like Storyboard Pro is used to make UI UX experience in games, like just to know
Oh.
how the game is going to unfold. I've seen Server Pro used to plan projects for um like government based stuff. Like it's crazy what you can do like with these softwares, like more than just the TV animation industry. And there's a lot of like arts and animation is wider than we think sometimes. And one thing also that people forget sometimes, not forget but overlook, is like commercial animation, like making like commercials. A lot of people like I don't know how you say in English, but like live their nose on it, be like, oh, like I'm too good for like making um like commercials. But I've worked on some, and it's the funniest stuff because they're so quick. Like when you work on a show, you might be on the same show for like 2 or 3 years, or like a movie. Don't get me started on movies.
Mm-hmm.
But on commercials, it's nice because it's short little projects, and try different things, and you might find new things that you didn't know.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
So cute.
Thank you. This is actually the first time I have drawn Maid Marian. So yeah.
Yeah,
Think
and
it
what you're
is.
using now is like the pencil tool and the brush and stuff to make the rough. And the reason why you have so much fun with the select tool is because our Harmony can understand all the lines are separated, and it's so useful if you're trying to move like only certain things.
Yes, yes.
Yep.
Which I haven't seen any other software do this yet. So
at least that easily.
Yeah, that easily. Yeah, this easily.
And that's what I like also about like Essential, Advanced, Premium, is that when you think of like the brush tool or like the tool you're using now, which I was going to mention, which is
envelope.
The envelope tool, not the envelope deformer. Envelope tool is so very useful for closing betweens, and I do recommend people using it. Like if you're using Essential with the brush and stuff, like always go look into the Contour Editor's sister tool, because there's like the envelope. Well, there's the Contour Editor itself, but like there's so many different things you can play with. Because when it comes to the brush, the tools are very, very. I think they're the same all across the softwares. Yeah, so try it out and have fun with it. What are some other fun tricks you like to do in Essential?
Since there are no art layers, I kind of actually use the underpaint tool.
Of course, I mean that's what it was made for.
Unpaint, the unpaint tool to help me get my colors in, so it doesn't mess up with my line art. I do love the stroke and close gap tool. It's much faster in 24. Oh my gosh, the paint tool is actually much faster in 24. I will say that. Like
it is, right? I don't know why. It seems, maybe it's just me. It seems to calculate faster. I should ask. I don't know if they did something to it, but definitely they did.
Yeah, and I'm like the sketchiest artist for the go. Like the difference between what was it, 21 and 24 is astounding. Well, to me.
I have a trick that I don't know if you do, but since you have an animation that's really proper for it, can you zoom out a little bit? Take your line tool and then make a line like right under where your camera is.
Yes.
And then, yeah, what I like to do with this is I take my select tool. And I cut that line at the bottom. No, the line you just traced. The line traced. Yeah, you cut it. No, you just. Oh, but that's the thing. Since it's a vector line, all you have to do is like touch it.
There we go. Yeah,
and then
there we go.
Can cut it. Control X.
Oh, Control X on Mac. See, I'm still learning. Control X.
Command X on a Mac.
Command X. Yep.
There you go. So now it's gone. And if you go into the tool properties, you find at the bottom right of the first section, there's like a 3 pages horizontal. No, the other one, horizontal. Yeah, this one, which is applied to all frames. So now if you paste it, it's going to paste that line on across all your frames at once, which is amazing for when I need to like color my scene and I forgot to put that line outside the camera for the bottom. If you paste it, now in your camera view, it's going to apply to all the frames. So it's going to paste it everywhere. But you need to click into your camera view, though.
Oh.
Yeah, and then you can just go Command V.
Command V.
And now you should see that it has been pasted.
Oh, wow.
Right?
I did not know that.
And apply to all frames, that button is also used by many different things, including the bucket tool.
Wow.
You can paint your frames all at once. It's amazing. The more you learn. Who in the chat knew about that?
I didn't.
Rhappy, no, wait. Go back. This is unacceptable. Control Z. Control Z. Again. Until the line comes back. The line that you just cut.
Oh,
it's Command Z. Sorry, Command Z.
Oh.
Okay, so then instead of selecting it, you can just slice it like a Fruit Ninja kind of fruit slashing. No.
Oh.
Slash it.
Oh.
Like make a tic-tac-toe kind of thing. Wait, is tic-tac-toe a game in English?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so draw one.
I did not know that. Oh my god.
Draw a tic-tac-toe kind of thing? No, with the brush tool.
Oh, yeah.
Not on your character, poor thing.
What?
Okay, and now you see you can like in one motion you can cut both little lines on one side. So so you can just like slash away. It's amazing. It's one of my favorite. When you said the select tool, like for me, the cutter tool is my favorite tool in Harmony. I love it.
I did not know that.
Also, if you take your pencil and you draw something,
Mm-hmm.
pencil or brush, both of them, as you draw, you can press on Command on a Mac, and it's going to close your shape as you draw it.
Wait.
So you have to draw.
Oh.
Then press Command as you're drawing.
Oh.
I draw eyes like that all the time.
That's cool.
And
that
also,
cool.
If you go to your pencil tool at the bottom, in the properties, at the bottom, there's like this little, like, it looks like a balloon, a bit to the, like a water balloon, one to the right. Yeah, this thing, click on it. And if you make a circle that crosses itself, right? That's so good, right? And then if you click on this, but the button on the left of it too, then you do the same thing and it's going to autofill itself. Wonderful.
Wow. This could actually help a little.
And if your circle is a bit too pointy, too water balloony, and you want it to be more round, you can also click on the one tool that is left of the magnet in the tool properties. Left. No, not this one. No. This one.
This one?
No. Well, wait. Deactivate the one on the right of the magnet.
Oh, yeah, that one?
Yeah. But then activate the one on the left of the magnet.
Oh,
this one, if you try to draw a circle and that crosses itself, it's going to try to make it more into a circle and like make the thing a bit more round. So yeah, now you know. You still need the skills to make a circle mostly, but it's going to help it not being too pointy.
Whoa.
I'm glad I could help.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool, chat.
So I'm glad I could teach people some things today. People are like, "What?" in the chat. What?
Really? Yeah, because I didn't know that. I have been blinded for so long. Now I can see. Incredible. That is so cool.
So, this is almost the end. There's like 5 minutes left of our stream. These things go too fast. So I'm just going to paste again the Discord. Please join and have fun and meet more people. And because I see a lot of people just came in. It's so sad.
Oh, no.
So Sapphire Drawing said, first time lurking live. And we're happy that you're here. And come back. We have many streams. I only do one every month, but there's other guests who do many fun streams. So we hope you subscribe either on YouTube or on Twitch. And check it out. Ghost Animate Stuff says, I'm going to be honest, I've been using Harmony as my main animation software in the past year, and I didn't know these. Well, subscribe to my YouTube channel to learn even more.
Exactly, subscribe.
You can also check, we have a cool help center site that I can just share with you right now. And it's a new tool that we released like some weeks ago, so it's pretty fresh from the oven, and we've been working so hard on it. So you can also check that out. It's called the EBSL Help Center, and it's there like to it's like a documentation, but it explains you more things how you're supposed to make them work instead of how they work. So instead of being like, this is the brush tool, you can draw with it, it's like, this is the brush tool, and this is the steps of what you can do with the brush tool. So it's pretty cool. We've been working so hard on this. And it's pretty nice. Sapphire Drawing said, I'm a self-taught hobbyist, but I can't never finish my project. My brain can't handle all the work and end up abandoning project. Okay, I have an advice for that. Join a community. Anyone. Like I just posted one there, which is some Discord. But like join any community, because you're going to find that it's so motivating when you post something and people are like, can I see more? And you're like, oh, I have to do more because then I can share with people. So I also have trouble sometimes finishing my projects, and just being able to share them with people and see what they're up to is a big, big motivation. It's like positive peer pressure.
Yeah.
Let's see on the Twitch side. It's quiet. Yeah, so before everyone leaves, I want to make sure that, you guys know that we are very thankful for you watching today and being here. It was so fun. And as I shared earlier, Toon Boom also has a cool community on Discord that you can join. The link is in the chat right now. And you can also follow Rhappy on social medias. And you can follow me on YouTube.
Hi.
I don't have social media. I'm too old. We're the same age.
Yeah, we're the same age.
I'm old at my soul. And thanks for watching. And catch our next stream tomorrow on Wednesday, May 28th. What, already?
Oh my God, really?
Fast. It's gonna be collaboratory. Crap, I'm gonna miss it. But okay, it's collaboratory with Mike Morris using Storyboard Pro. And you guys have to show up because it's so funny. Mike is an amazing storyboard artist who storyboarded for so many different projects like The Simpsons and everything. And he makes a storyboard live with you guys. And it's so fun to learn from him. He's a very good friend and he's very kind. And yeah. And yeah, and I'm very grateful that you guys came in. Do you have anything to say, Rhappy?
I hope you guys enjoyed my humble 5 a.m. base stream of demo. And I hope you guys do try Essentials if you're starting out animation. It's a really good program. Especially if you're hobbyists like me.
Yeah, because okay, then I stop. But like I've been hearing that all week. That people are like, oh, Harmony is just for professional. I'm like, that is so wrong. Like I was a hobbyist at first and I enjoyed it. And so many people that I know just use it for fun. Like it's yes, it's a very powerful tool. Not gonna lie, it is industry standard for a reason. It is insanely powerful. And yes, it's made for power users and studios and freelancers and stuff, but like if you're just a hobbyist trying to have a good time, just try it. Like just get it.
Try it.
It's for you too.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm just gonna share one last link as well for our friend Marie. Mm-hmm. And there's an alarm singing.
That was my mom.
It is the time to go. It's the first run. Yes. Goodbye, people. Have fun.
Bye, everyone. Have a good day.